Toby from DDSVFO.com and Troy Radio. Well, I wanted to make this little short introduction because I've had a lot of people ask by email and phone calls, can I put DDS in? Do you think I can do it? Well, I'm going to tell you something. I think you can do it. In fact, I know you can do it. It's as easy as following the instructions we give you. This wire, this color wire goes to here, this color wire goes to there, that kind of thing. There's no heavy lifting. That's all done in the software and in the computer chip and the parts on our board. All you're doing is hooking up wires, and we show you where to hook them up. When you're done, it'll turn on and work. That's if it's a 148 or an 8719 chassis. If it's not, the instructions show you where to set your menu items within the software so that it will work. The people that have been very scared about putting them in have called back and said, wow, that's all there is to it? And I'm like, yeah, that's all there is to it. You have to try. We have great technical support. Call us on the phone, or better yet, just email help@troyradio.net. Dan or I will get back with you and set up a time for, say, a phone call, a video chat, a three-way call with Dan, myself, and you. I don't want to put kits out that you can't put in. I want to see your kit get put in, so I'm going to help you as much as possible, right? Now, what do you need to put the kit in? You need a fine point soldering pencil, solder, a hot glue gun, and just basic screwdriver, pliers, tools, things like that to take the radio apart. Why the hot glue gun? Well, because there really isn't a way to get the little display to fit in the radio, in the bezel. So you turn the kit on, the display comes up, you lay it in back of the bezel, and you look at it, you say, ooh, that looks perfect right there. You hold it, turn it around, hot glue it, it's there. And that's the only way right now. Maybe in the future there'll be a different way. Maybe you'll be the one to invent the way to do it. And that's another good point. If you are putting one in and you see, hey, these guys are crazy. Man, why don't they do it this way? Well, email them. Just say, hey guys, is there any reason I can't do this? And we'll let you know. Sometimes we're going to say, hey, that's a great idea. Sometimes we're going to say, well, we've tried that, but this is what happens. So there's no bad ideas. There's no bad suggestions. They're just great thoughts you have. So can you put in DDS VFO into your radio? 100% yes. If you've got the radio, you've got the tools, and the want to do it, you can do it. A Cobra 148 or a clone, like a Galaxy 8719 chassis, it takes about 1 hour. And that's from setting it on the bench, opening the radio, testing it, make sure it's a good working radio to start with, aligning it, then adding the DDS board, hooking up the wires, put the display in, put it back together, turn it on. Okay, now you calibrate it. That's it, you're done. I have a friend of mine, PU4WLG, who started the whole DDS craze with these really, really nice DDS software. And he laughs at me. He says, I can put together a 148 in 20, 30 minutes. Why do you say an hour? And I said, well, because I have bad eyesight. See, got the old man glasses. I've got these big, big lights over here with big magnifying glasses in them on every bench I have. I've got microscopes. So it takes me a little bit. And Yeah, I'm older than him. I'm about 30 years older than him. I'm a little slower. I like to take my time, try to do it real nice and neat. And he does too. I mean, he does. But he's a lot younger. He's quicker. You know how that was back then. So if you want to make a little money, guess what? You could start putting in DDS VFO for yourself. Become a dealer. Put them in. Okay, we charge $95 to $125 to put them in. Nobody complains about that because when they get it and they've got all those fantastic options in their older radio, they're happy, so no problem. So if all you did was make the install labor, that's $100. Takes you about an hour. So $100 an hour. Who's giving you that now? Nobody, right? But if you're a dealer, you make a profit on the kits because we sell them to you at a dealer cost. So when you sell them to the customer, you make some profit. So you're making well over $100 an hour. And believe me, and Dan will back me up on this, how many radios do you want to put in DDS to? We can send you tons. We have been booked a year in advance forever. There was a point we were 2 years behind. Wouldn't that be nice to make that kind of money for doing something so simple at your workbench with your hobby in the air conditioning? You're not out in the snow. You're not out in the heat. You're doing something you love. You get to see the fruits of your labor and you make people happy. What more do you want? I mean, I'm happy to keep putting in as many DDS as I can handle, but there's a point where I can only put so many in so fast. I have other work that I do, and I have a family. When it's work slow, I kind of time for family, right? So I'd love it to get a dealer to say, hey, I'll be your 148 guy, or I'll be the 148 and whatever clone, or just send me anything and I'll put it in. Because even as a dealer, you get the technical help from us. So why not? Okay, enough of this. I hope you guys and gals enjoy. Let's see, the weekend's coming up. It's gonna be Wednesday tomorrow. So yeah, the weekend's hump day. The weekend's gonna be coming. Enjoy it. Be safe. Be kind to others. Like and subscribe. Tell people about DDS. It's great. It's fun. And it brings life back to these new radios, or to these old radios. What else do you want, man? Life is good when you're doing this stuff. All right. See you all in part 1. Here we go. Okay. Here we are. Good evening, good day, good morning, afternoon, middle of the night, whenever you're watching part 1 here. Welcome to part 1 of our install video. So, the long-awaited install video for 148. So I'm going to show you what to take out, what you have to take out, what you don't have to take out. So let me move this over here. You have to take out the channel selector. Just go back there, unsolder it. Take the whole thing out, okay? I also want you to undo this nut and get this piece off of the channel selector. You're going to use it later, okay? Just keep that. Then I want you to go in and unsolder the PLL chip, okay? Then I want you to unsolder the big crystal in the middle of the radio, and sometimes it's the smaller crystal. This one's what, the 113258. The other one is the 111125, I believe. Over where you take the PLL chip out, there's a little 10240. Take him out. Take out the voice lock pot. Take the wires off it. You do not have to take out a couple of things, and I'll tell you why. You have to take this out so you can wire to it nicely. Okay, that's have to. You have to take this out because, well, nothing will fit if you don't. Okay, that guy. These three items do not have to come out. The PLL chip, 8719, and the two crystals do not have to come out. You know why? You can simply unsolder on the crystals one leg, okay, doesn't matter. One leg of the crystal, that's all you have to unsolder. It doesn't oscillate then, right? Even the little one. One leg, completely, you know, remove all the solder, use solder wick to go around the hole, look at it with a magnifier, make sure there's no little hair piece of solder touching, and that's why I take them out. My eyesight's not all that great, even though I got big magnifying glasses everywhere, and glasses, and whatever. So, take these out, use them as spare parts, give them away. That's what I do. You know, I get boxes of this stuff. Then I send it up to Dan, and then somebody on Facebook says, "Hey Dan, do you got a crystal for a 148, man? Or do you got an original 8719 PLL?" And Dan's like, "Yeah, I got one, man." God. Okay, I'm getting silly. So get all that stuff out of there. That is your choice. You know, with the crystals and the PLL, that's your choice. On the PLL, there is one resistor that goes to it that sends the voltage to it, and I think it even goes through, I think there's a little ferrite bead on it. I can't remember, but anyway, I just like taking it out. Just get it out of there, and it's good. And when you do things like take off the clarifier, unsolder the wires from here, trace them to the board, and pull them off of the board. Okay, just unsolder them. Don't leave them lay in the radio hooked up, because they become parasitic, and then you can get noise, and you can have weird things happen. It's not horribly bad to leave them in, but it is kind of a lazy way to do it. So it's just a second or two. You touch the tip of your solder gun, you pull the wire, comes right out. You get them out of there. Okay. So I just want to let you know that I take the meter out because I don't like it flopping around as I throw the radio back and forth. But that goes in, so we won't really bother with that. This area here, if you look at the original, let's see, I have one here. Yeah. If you look at the original, it looks like this. This is where that little plastic snaps in. Cut this down even to right there across that hole. Cut that out down to about there, all the way to the edge, all the way up. And then if it isn't indented like this, if it curves in the front, cut that curve out of there also. The reason for that is when you put your display in the bezel and you put it on here, there's not enough space in between the chassis and where this is going to sit, so it's going to hit and it's going to short. So that's why you want to cut that out. Believe me, you can cut this whole top bar piece off of here. This is curved metal right here. You could cut it off all the way up to here. If your radio gets hit so hard that this curved piece of metal bends, then you got more problems, brother. You ain't gonna be worrying about your radio. You're gonna be worrying about what hit it. Hopefully it's not in your vehicle when that happens. So get that cut out. You're gonna see something with this radio that I'm using, and I don't want you to freak out. This was a customer's radio. Notice all of the stuff removed. Even these transformers here, all these cans, all of this removed. Resistor network, diodes, resistors, everything, all this stuff, caps. You do not have to remove any of that, just the PLL, okay? When you see this, don't worry about it. It's nothing. This crystal, the PLL, and that crystal right there. Okay, let's get a little closer. PLL, unsolder and remove. Crystal, unsolder and remove. Crystal, unsolder and remove. Leave these diodes, leave all that. The reason the customer did that, And I know, and it's coming off of the help files site. The original manual, it didn't say to remove them. It just said, hey man, look what you could remove. And people took it as, oh, I have to remove that. No. So, no problem though. Hey, I've messed up reading stuff a lot, so don't worry about it. Get your encoder ready. Take the encoder, which is, this little guy here, right? Comes in your kit. Get your encoder. Either make a plate, or, we've said this 100 times, when you order the kit for your radio, if it's a 148, let us know and say, please send along a plastic little spot, a little piece for it, so that it can go in from behind and, whoops, I got it the wrong way around. Goes in from behind and basically sets in nice and center there like that. Why I say remove this piece from the channel selector? Well, because this is the same screw hole set. Now you can use the same bolts that held this on. The bolts went through here from the front to the back. You don't have to put nuts on the back. If you want to if you have a bunch of nuts laying around that'll fit those little screws, you go right ahead, put them on. I like it. I like this done this way because it's really nice and solid. It takes up space, really nice and solid on there. And that's it. That's all you have to do to really get your radio prepped. Oh, one more thing before I go. If you can remove some of this glue, or just get your wife's hairdryer and heat this up a little bit, move this VCO module forward just a bit, just so there's a little space in here. Come around to the back and go to pin 6, which is right there. Pin 6 goes directly to that other transformer. It's the only one that goes backwards like that. That's the back of the radio. So 1, 2, 3, 4 are grounded, 5 is by itself, and 6. Get your little miniature wire gauge drill bit, and right there where the solder is, drill a hole. Because what we're going to do, and we'll do this in part 2, but what we're going to do then is take this, drop it in there like that, and then we're going to solder to the can here, just these couple here. We're going to solder that to the can. He's going to live right there. You're going to first put your little capacitor onto here so that you can stick it into that little hole when it goes in. So yeah, you just want to do that. Just like that. Yep, it goes in just like that. And believe me, the capacitor is long enough to go from, this pad here, and it sticks out about that far. So yeah, you'll be good. Alrighty. If you will get all your stuff ready and prepped and everything, part 2 will be where to wire everything up. Oh yeah. Put all your wires on as per the color code. If you don't have the color code, go to ddsvfo.com, help files, get the color code, put all the wires on so that when we install this, and I say take the white wire with the black stripe and it goes from your kit to here, you'll know what's going on. You can follow along. It works. Okay. So get that all set up and ready to go. You can also measure, but I can tell you that just about everything in this radio is going to be about 6 inches of wire to reach from where it is to where that board's going to sit. I like to have them have a little service loop in them and like that, but I give you enough wire that you can easily put everything in. So if you want to watch the video first, then do it, great. If you want to, hey, like a cooking show, you want to be peeking at the video, stopping, pausing and wire something and then go to the next one. Let's do it. Dude, I love it. All right. I know you can do this. Don't worry about it. Just get your get yourself a fine point soldering pencil. If you don't have one, this is not needle point, okay? This is not really needle point, but it's, I mean, it's fairly small, and it's good. It works really good. Hey, that was on. I could have burned myself. Mark used to say, smells like chicken. Dang, Mark. We love you, buddy. All right. If you have any questions throughout the video, just remember, email help@troyradio.net or call the phone number, and I will or Dan will make a schedule. We'll get together and we'll walk you through it step by step. Whatever piece you get stuck on, don't worry about it, man. It's going to be good. Just don't worry about it. It's so easy. You're going to see it so easy. All right. Everybody have a good morning, evening, day, whatever it is for you. We'll be back with part 2, and we will be showing you how to wire everything in. The board will be mounted. The SI will be mounted. But, you kind of already got an idea how we're going to do that, and I'll just show it in there like that. But we'll go step by step on the wiring. 7-3s, everybody. I hope you have a really, really, really good outcome installing DDS in your 148. Like and subscribe, and please tell other people about the video and the channel so we can maybe generate a little more people. Talk to you all later.